Oh, I was going to say something, but I can't say it because some people would definitely know what I'm talking about.
Okay, I can edit it out. Wait, no, just say it. You tried
okay.
to mouth it to me, and it just looked like... Welcome to the podcast. I'm Addison.
I'm Tanesha.
And we are roommates of 3? Are we about 3 years now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So...
We started in 317 and then went to 314.
And now we live at 214. No. Our exact zip code is.
Roommates for 3 years, but then our freshman year, we did live on the same floor. Opposite sides, too.
We did. The whole year. We were on the same floor and we never met. We used the same communal bathroom every day. Never met unless we had. And
we probably did. I think that there was a girl who I would go into the bathroom. Whenever I opened the door, she would like, oh! I think that was like, she would get really scared. And I'd be like, sorry. And to be real with you, Addison, I think that was you.
That may have been me for sure. That may have been me. So yeah, that was our freshman year. And then sophomore year, we moved in together after meeting kind of not on accident, but I didn't meet you for a while.
Yeah. Sophomore year, we lived in a 6-person
suite.
Yes. 3 rooms, 2 in each room.
That crazy ass bathroom. I miss that bathroom.
I miss that room.
2 toilets, 1 room. 2 showers, 1 room.
Yes.
There was a divider, but we were in there pooping together. So that's how we got this close.
Yeah. You don't want to get close to your roommates, just go poop together.
Just go poop together. It doesn't have to be weird. It's
never going to be weird.
out of love.
Yes. But yeah, we lived there with of course, it's 2 of us, so 4 other people.
Yeah, we shared a room, and then other roommates shared rooms, and we're the only ones that are still together. We're still living together. We shared a room junior year as well after that. Junior year room was much smaller, but I liked it because our living room was a lot smaller, and so it didn't get as messy. Like, I remember being in that big 6-person room and being like, this is so much to clean, especially that bathroom. 2 toilets,
Yeah.
2 showers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a bit much, but yeah. And now we live in our own apartment off campus. So yay! Good for us, and we don't have to share a room anymore.
No, and tuition is cheaper without housing on it.
Yes, absolutely. And also a meal plan.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, does our fridge work in this new apartment?
We're supposed to be getting a new one, and we were supposed to get it, I think, around this time.
Yeah. He did say
in a
we're
month,
gonna get it
and that
this
was like
month,
a month
and now
ago.
we're filming this on January 31st, and our fridge is still broken. So it keeps stuff cold enough. It just doesn't shut all the way most of the time.
We have tape on it.
Tape
and
on
a
it.
chair.
A chair in front of it. Yeah.
And the things.
We make it work.
Oh my God.
We
Speaking
adapt,
of
we
fridges,
survive.
do you remember that one time we went to Walmart and I bought like mozzarella and bread and pico de gallo to do that like bread pico de gallo mozzarella thing?
No.
You ate one.
I trust you.
I thought I used all that mozzarella. Ren goes,
no, I do remember this.
yes. And Ren was like, this mozzarella mozzarella is bad. This was this morning. And I go, what mozzarella? And they go, this one. And I go, Ren, I could have sworn I used this all. And it was so moldy. And I'm so sorry about
Wait,
that.
is this from the cheese drawer?
It might have been.
Okay. So I have qualms with the cheese drawer. Okay, so Ren is our 3rd roommate. Shout out Ren. But we have a cheese drawer in our fridge. And Ren the other night was like, Addison, you can use this cheese drawer if you want. And the cheese drawer in my eyes is where my cheese goes to die. Because if I put my cheese in there, I forget which cheese is my cheese. Okay. And so we have like 3 bags of cheddar in there and then a bunch of mozzarella. And then I'm like,
There's
which
so
one
much
of these did I
cheese in
buy?
there. None of it's mine.
None of it's mine either. All of my stuff goes in that top corner of the fridge because there's only I only have like maybe 6 or 7 items in our fridge at a time.
Don't buy cheese unless I need it for something like I'm going to make that night.
Yeah.
So
and we keep cheddar on hand.
Yeah. So
that doesn't go in the cheese drawer.
I typically don't buy cheese if I'm not going to use it for something to cook that night or like in the following days.
Mm-hmm.
So it's never like on my grocery list every time. So I don't know. I guess all that cheese is Ren's.
I know.
Shout out Ren.
Shout out Ren. Can I tell you about my morning?
Yes.
So I worked the children's mass today, like live streaming it. And I got there before my coworker. So I sat down and I actually got to like man the camera because most of the times when we're like live streaming or recording, it could be done by one person. It doesn't have to be done by both. So I was sitting there doing it and he was writing an essay, which most of the time when he is doing the live streaming, I'm like on my phone. I'm not helping. But he was writing this essay, and he puts on his headphones, and it is so loud. When we live stream, we're streaming from like a back closet in the back of this church. We're in a closet, and it's dark, it's cold, and I'm like hunched over in front of the computer, and he's beside me on his laptop, and his headphones are just blaring sea shanties. Like, honest to God, it's like, you know, like how they do.
No.
But it's like the modern ones. So it's like trap remixed sea shanties. And he's sitting there like bobbing his head. He's like, yeah, like writing this essay. He like wrote the whole thing. I watched this man write 3 paragraphs like under an hour. Like he knocked that thing out. But his headphones were like half off and they were like leaking sound. And I was like, is that what men listen to?
Oh my God. One time I was in my drawing class and I was listening to music, and it just, once you play one song on Spotify, it just like plays songs that are similar to that in some way. And so I ended up listening to Cupcake's song, CPR. We all know how that song goes. But there is like a minute of moaning at one point, and my teacher walks up to like kind of critique my drawing. And she like, but I just take my headphone off, not thinking about it. And she's talking to me. And this entire time she's talking to me, it's this minute-long moaning. And I don't even realize it until, like, someone looks at me while she's talking to me. And then I'm like, why are you looking at me? What did I do? And, yeah, the moaning was leaking out. It was just leaking out.
Tanesha, that's like last night when I was like, oh, what if that guy died on the court and his girlfriend was sitting right next to us?
He didn't die. No one died, guys.
We love him. And I'm so sorry. I made a joke about him dying on the court.
It's because we were leaving.
Not funny.
It was because we were leaving the game early, and typically I stay until the end. And Addison's like, are you sure it's okay? Like, what if this happens and you're not there to witness it?
Which is not a funny joke. It's not. It wasn't funny at the time. I feel like, and this is coming from someone who like knows nothing about sports.
I know when
Absolutely
to yell
nothing.
and when to boo. So I know enough.
But I think if you've seen one men's basketball game, you've seen them all. The same people play. It's mostly the same outcome. If it's a bad team, we're probably going to win. If it's a good team, we're probably going to lose. Like, that's just how it goes. It's nothing too exciting. Every now and then they'll like fall on the floor.
Sometimes, last night, sometimes they do get rough with each other. Okay.
Oh my God.
Last
when they,
night,
yeah.
There's a guy on the team, and one of the other team's like players was like grabbing him, like kept grabbing him. I was like, let that man go.
No, sometimes they like grab each other around the waist, and I'm like, that's really intimate for like y'all being on the court.
Okay, do you know what I love?
Save some room for Jesus.
I love the part where it's like, there's 2 players like going at it on like opposite teams and like bouncing the ball, and then like one of the players will go and then another player will stand there and like block that. Does that make sense?
I think.
So there's 3 players involved here. Two doing a face off, and then one of them will like skirt around one of his own players, and that player will just brick up. No, like just stiff up. No. Just like stand there like a wall and kind of knock into that opposite player.
I understand what you're saying.
I love that. But okay, I do think we need more shit talking. Yeah, I want to hear the insults. Your mama, like I want to hear it.
Yes.
I want to hear it. I heard it once from one player.
I would love if they did like I see on TikTok all the time people being like mic'd up for like their wedding day or like, but like if they were mic'd up while they were on the court, I would love to hear. I would watch those TikToks. I would watch that podcast if it was.
How do we get the mics?
I don't know. How do we get the mics without them like breaking them on the court? You know,
we'll have double mics, double mic'd up.
No, I feel like I feel like I would watch sports. If I could hear the players and it was like edited, like I think I would actually
Shout
watch
out Jared McCain, played for Duke and now he plays for the Sixers, but unfortunately he got injured and he's out indefinitely. He was rookie of the month. He was going to be rookie of the year, but he can't play. So shout out Jared McCain.
Last night, so I was like, whoa.
I put it lower. I found it.
Tanesha, okay, I'm going to keep talking. You fix your chair. But I was watching.
That's the highest it goes.
The new season of Kitchen Nightmares is coming out. Season 2 of like the reboot. And Gordon Ramsay for season 2 is in New Orleans, which we knew he was here earlier this year, wasn't it, filming?
Last semester, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that season's already coming out. And it is not one, but like I think several episodes that are just in New Orleans, and it's the road to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's like on Bourbon Street. He's like, well, I've only seen the first 2 episodes. It's a double parter of like some like fucked up restaurant off of Bourbon that was like selling people like frozen stuff. And then like their owner, like the owners were so weird. I don't even know how to explain it. They both look like they had been electrocuted. And I mean that. Like, they had in the past, and then they had just never recovered. Like, that's what it was like. I'm like, y'all look like y'all got struck by lightning as, like, children, and then, like, that stunted your growth. And I say that with love.
WWE, I think, is going to be in New Orleans for one time. I could go. I could go and see that. Maybe I see some cool people, but I don't know. But Logan Paul got really into, like, he's on it now. And I don't want to go and run into Mr. Paul. Do you remember that diss track? What is it?
Oh, no. It's on the tip of my tongue. That's Alyssa Violet used to be your chick. Now she on the Logan, and you know she on my team.
Those bars ain't yours. Gun tattooed on your leg because you knew I was loaded. You acting shows that your fans watch with their baby sitter.
Oh.
You wanted a brother, but I wanted a brother, but now I got a baby sister. It's every day, bro. Do you give up at night?
Okay.
It's 24/7.
I don't understand. I only know that one. I only know the Alyssa Violet line.
You picked the wrong fight. No, I didn't know it at all until it went really popular on TikTok. And I was like, but it went popular on TikTok way after it had happened. Yes. And I was like, guys, I was never into the Paul brothers. I
don't know why people were.
For a month, I was into what is that group Shawn Mendes was a part of?
The Vine guys.
Yes, with Cameron Dallas and those 2 twins. Or maybe they weren't twins, they were brothers.
So the only Vines I remember watching while Vine was still around was a friend of mine at the time invited me over to spend the night at her house, and then just the entire night as we were like laying in her bed, played Cameron Dallas Vines on her iPad. And that's all we did for like 3 hours. I was like, who is this man? I was not allowed social media.
I watched that one movie he was in.
But he was in a movie?
I think it's like a movie shot on an iPhone. Like, I don't know. It wasn't real.
Like it's not a...
No, but I was really into them for a month. And then I was really into the Sister Squad for a month.
Yes. Oh my God, did you hear Emma Chamberlain and that guy? Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I love it when that happens. When like the internet speculates and speculates about something, and then years and years and years later, people will like actually confirm it or like talk about it like more openly. Can I say something?
Yes.
That's why you should never kill yourself. I'm so serious. Because you never know. Someone could come out of the woodwork and be like, yeah, I killed that person back in that day. Yeah, we did date. Oh, yeah, I'm having his baby. Like, you know, it like stuff like that happens in real life all the time, and you could miss it.
You just mentioned killing somebody back in that day. And do you know, I was listening to that song Bonfire by Childish Gambino the other day. He's got that crazy ass line where he's like, made the beat and killed it.
Made the beat that murdered that Casey Anthony.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, damn, Casey Anthony. That happened in Florida, I'm pretty sure.
I am unfamiliar, kind of.
She reported her baby missing. It was like a 3-year-old.
But she had...
And they were like, okay, it's like your child's missing. But she didn't really seem frantic about it, from what I remember. But then I think they found the baby, the toddler, like in a suitcase in the woods.
Oh my God.
Murdered. And then they were... But I'm not really familiar with it either. But I don't think she really... Did she get jail time? I think she got jail time.
She better have.
I think she got out last year.
Oh.
No, something happened. But I think it's happened in the neck of woods of Florida. Because Florida. But yeah. So she murdered the baby. The toddler.
Mm-hmm.
Which is never right, guys. Wait, I'm saying
PSA, we stand against child murder.
Yes, I do.
Taking the controversial stance against murdering children. Anyway. What?
Nothing. Oh, I was gonna say something, but I can't say it because some people would definitely know what I'm talking about.
Okay, I can edit it out.
Who made this? No, that's not what I was gonna say. But guys, if you didn't know, I'm a K-pop stan. I love K-pop. Mm-hmm. I'm so happy.
We're trying to go to South Korea again this summer.
South Korea, Thailand, Japan, something like that.
Yes. Oh, that would honestly be the perfect lineup.
Yes.
Also, maybe Singapore.
Mm.
Sophia Nygaard, a YouTuber. Do you know Sophia Nygaard?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she's a big YouTuber. She does a lot of like travel videos, especially to Asia. But she recently went to Singapore and is now uploading like those videos, and it looks cool. Like I knew it was cool, but now that I'm watching her videos, I'm like, fuck, I want to go there. I think we should hit Seoul, Tokyo, Bangkok, Singapore.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bada, bada, bada. Bang, bang, bang. Do you know if a big K-pop meme I love is, I'm not hitting the table, is when, whenever a new year happens, there's always those accounts on TikTok or something that is like your first, your first this song of the year. And it's typically that one song that's like, oh, I'm curious, yeah. Oh, I'm curious, yeah. Yeah.
What were you talking about?
Like every time a new year happens, people like go, "You're first. I'm curious of the year," and then it's just a picture of one of the members doing really silly.
Okay.
And they're like,
no.
"Oh,
I know it. Yeah,
I'm curious." Yeah.
I love that.
Oh my god, I haven't seen season 2 of Squid Game, but one of the actors in there.
Season 1 of Squid Game.
I'm halfway through it, but one of the actors in there, Top, he was in a group. He's not in it anymore, but he be kissing his members sometimes.
He's like the one in Big Bang, right?
He was in. No, he was.
He was in a different one.
No, it's Big Bang because it's not Shiny, right? No,
because he
It's
was
Big
doing
Bang.
like the dance.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was in Big Bang, but he's not anymore because a lot happened, and then he took a step back, and he
My
never joined again.
sister explained it to me, and the way she said
Annabella.
it, yeah, she was like, he got caught smoking weed in his house or something. That's what she told me, is that he got caught smoking weed in his house. Not got caught, but he was smoking weed in his own home. He's an adult man. I don't know. Weed's not legal in
No drugs are legal in Korea.
Yeah. But he was smoking weed in his home, and then other K-pop idols were there, and like someone snitched on him, and then Korea was like, "Why would you do that?" And then they don't like him, but Americans don't care.
Was that
much.
Top or was that G-Dragon?
I don't know.
Because
Annabella could be confused.
there's 2 men in this group that had issues with. I think G-Dragon's one with the drugs.
Mhm.
I can't remember what was happening with Top, but a bunch of stuff happened, and then Korea hated him, so he was like, "Well, I don't want my group to go down." So he left, and he doesn't, and now he does. This was the first thing he's done in a while.
And apparently he was good in it. I also haven't seen season 2, but I've only seen, because like there are so many new characters in this new season. Obviously, because spoiler alert, season 1 everyone died, so it's only new
everyone?
characters. Yes. Tanesha, it's Squid Game. You've watched the first 4 episodes. You thought someone was gonna make it out alive.
I thought, I don't know.
Yes, everyone in
I
Squid Game dies. But like there's so many new characters, and I've only seen edits of him. I've only seen clips of him. I don't see anybody else.
He's a cutie.
I love his hair. I love how he's like characterized his character, like his mannerisms, like as an actor, was really fun to watch, especially in those edits.
Speaking of edits in K-pop and Korean men, BTS reunite. BTS Out of the War 2025.
Are they?
They will be.
When? Do we know? Do we have a date? Who's still in the
Only
military?
2 of them are out.
Oh my God! So the rest of them are still
Only Jin
in there.
and J-Hope are out. And so no one's heard from Yoongi. We know he went in, but there's been no update on this man. But I think he's just in an office because he had a really bad shoulder injury to begin with.
Oh.
So they can't have him fight in the war. And then Namjoon isn't fighting the war. Namjoon's playing the saxophone. And then Jungkook's probably doing something weird. And then there's V, who's gotten really buff because I think he's like special ops in the military. And then there's Jimin, who I think him and V went together because they just do stuff like that.
That's cute.
The one thing I need to know in this life before I die is the beef between Jimin and that girl from Twice.
And I'm telling you, someone's going to come out in like 5 years and talk all about it. So you don't want to die. You don't want to die before then.
Do you know that thing where it's like, don't kill yourself until you finish your shampoo and your conditioner at the same time?
Yeah.
Don't kill yourself until you find out that beef.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I feel like if you wake up every morning and you have like a list next to your bed of all the things that you don't know yet about life, like okay, this Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively stuff.
Oh.
Now, I have mixed feelings about like it being like kind of entertainment in the media right now. Like people being like, oh, I want to know what's happening and I want to see the trial. Like people are comparing it to like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing and said like it's weird to a certain extent, but like by nature as a human, I'm nosy as hell. So I do want to know what happened. So like if I died before then, if I died today, I'd have no idea. And that would make me sad.
I'd write you a letter and I'd like burn it and like
you'd like send me an offering.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, have you seen that TikTok that's like, do you have any words for like your missing friend? They're like, we hope you come home and also so and so sleeping with us. Yeah. That's exactly what it would be. And I respect that, honestly, because I feel like if I went missing or I had run away and then you were like, I miss you and I want you to come home, but also like this crazy tease happening, I'd be like, I gotta get back. All that's happening without me.
I never had crazy tea like in middle school or high school.
In middle school or high school? Yeah, I have never been a part of drama ever.
Yeah.
I am drama averse. I'm very proud to say that. It does make my life a little boring sometimes. People will be like, what's going on with you? And I'm like, nothing.
Around us.
There's been so much drama. Like, yeah, we've been in the orbit of drama, but we've never been like the sun. We've never been the center of it, you know? People have been like, oh my God, you said that? Oh my God, you want to be friends with these people? And I've been like, no, I'm just here, actually.
I'm actually just existing.
I'm actually just trying to get to class and like sleep. But no, in middle school and high school, I kind of lived for just hearing about it. So like I would be friends with the people that were like all up in the middle of it or knew everything about it. And I'd sit them down and I'd be like, all right, just tell me. I don't need to go talk to these people. I don't need to make my opinion of it known. I just want to know like who said this about that, who cheated on what. Yeah.
People were in middle school?
Oh, sorry, like in high school too. Because once again, in middle school, I was still like doing like I was role playing on iMessage with my friends. So I was like, y'all are sending nudes?
Oh my God.
I'm reading Percy Jackson.
Speaking of nudes, okay. I think I've told you this, but to the viewers, Tanesha Lore, when I was in middle school, I think like 6th, 7th grade, something like that, there was this guy who I knew in elementary, it had to be 6th grade, because there was a guy I knew in elementary school that I had a crush on, and they became Facebook friends, and we were talking, and then he was like, send nudes, and then I was like, no, my mother actually told me to never do that day in my life, so no thank you. And then something happened where then I had my phone taken away for something, and then this random number started texting my phone. Cause I told everyone at school that I had my phone taken away, and so this random number started texting my phone, addressing my mother, who had my phone, and was like, "I have your child's nudes," like da da da. And my mom was like, "Okay, send them to me right now." And he was like, "Well, let me talk to Tanesha first," and then we found out it was this fucking weird ass high schooler who I went to this after school program with, and I don't really know what happened after that. I like blacked that out.
You never told me this before. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. I had something else to say after this. I can't remember what it was. That's insane.
Random Tanesha Lore. Yeah, I don't know why he did it.
That's wild.
I think my mom tried to get the police involved, but it was like, I don't know. It was also Florida, so the police.
What did he think was gonna happen?
I don't know, but
he was like, "No, you don't have her nudes. I have them right here. Here they are. Here's the proof."
My mom was just, shout out to my mother, shout out to my mom, but she legit was like, okay, like my daughter didn't do that, but she's like, you know what? If you're saying she did, drop them, send them. She was so, my mother was so confident. She was like, bet.
He was gonna be like, Tanesha, your mom's asking for your nudes. I'm gonna need some.
Yeah, he was like, because I went to the after school program, which was kind of a religious after school program, because I don't know why, but he was a high schooler and I was a middle schooler, but it was like it was for middle schoolers, high schoolers, so it was called 412. It was kind of strange in itself, and that's how we knew each other, and then also his sister and I had known each other too, because she was like a little younger than me, but we were still in like school together. I think that was something, but then I think another piece of drama that I had in middle school was that one time I bought a Slinky to school. Sorry, guys. I know it's a little weird, but I bought a Slinky to school, and then someone was, like, playing with it, and then someone passed it around to somebody else. And then I was like, hey, like, can I get my Slinky back? And one of my friends said, oh, I'll go get it for you. And she went to go get it for me from this girl who was, like, very mean, very scary, fought everyone, like she might have been having sex. Not
Wait.
not like I'm like shaming her or anything. I'm saying
she was a whore.
no, but I'm saying she might have been having sex at that time. But she was like popular but scary popular. And so my friend went to go be like, hey, my friend wants her slinky back. And then the girl was like, this nasty ass, dirty ass fucking slinky, and she like threw it. And my friend was like, she threw it, and I said,
That's fucked up.
you know what? She can keep throwing it. I'm not gonna confront her. I will die. She will kill me.
The popular people in school, like, I'm gonna put that in air quotes, the popular people, always scared me in school because I was like, how are you so good at socializing and I can't put two words together?
Yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, you're
I can't do
already
that now.
at like the social level of an adult and we're 14, 15, 16, even like at 17, 18, I was like, this is too much.
I don't think I could have ever been popular because I went through puberty so early. So I went through puberty at like 9, and then period, and then acne like crazy. And so I was like ugly, and bitches were like, ugly people can't be popular. But I had one time these kids, this guy told his friends he had a crush on me, and they went, she has sun bumps, and they're contagious. And I don't even know what that means.
Oh my God. No, I feel like there's so many like, I don't know. I feel like middle schoolers and like kids are just so not uneducated, but they're just so gullible.
Yeah.
So like they'll be like, "Oh, cooties." They'll be like, you can catch that, and she has that, and you shouldn't talk to her.
Oh my God, more Tanesha lore. Okay, I've only
dropping bombs.
I have only experienced two, like people having crushes on me. I've had but I've only experienced two crushes on me. One was that guy, but then he was told by his friends that I had sun bumps, so that was over. And then one was when I was really young, like elementary school young, and I was at the Boys and Girls Club, and I don't know what happened. Okay, actually, it wasn't. He actually didn't have a crush on me. He told me he did, but really,
no, Tanesha.
Really, he had a crush on my sister.
Wait,
and
how
so,
old?
Like, we were really young. Like maybe
which sister? Your older? Or
Tiffany,
younger?
my older.
And he
Shout
was
out
your
Tiffany.
age? Shout out
yes,
Tiffany. Love you.
But Tiffany and I are a year apart, so it's like
okay.
So we were in Boys and Girls. We had to have been like second grade. Like we were really young, and he was like, "I have a crush on you," and I was flattered, of course, because like, yeah. But he really had a crush on my sister, and then when like
that's messed up.
So when it all came out about like that, like how he just didn't really like me, he walked up to both of us and started singing that song. Is it something about sorry? But it's not. Is it too late to say sorry? Oh. No, because that wasn't out then. But like something where he was like, "I'm sorry," and it's a song. But he was not singing it to me. He was singing it to my sister.
This is messed up.
I was like, okay. Anyway, reasons why my self-esteem is so low. That guy, puberty at 9, and the comment about my sun bumps.
No, because that stuff sticks with you forever. Have you ever had someone like say they have a crush on you as a joke?
No.
Like that was the joke?
Well, maybe they were. I don't know.
Behind your back? No, I remember being on the playground. I can't even remember how old I was. Maybe like 4th or 5th grade. So like older elementary. And I was doing, whatever. Because I was the type of kid that would like play pretend on the playground. So we were running around like being, not cats, but like I remember being like lava girl, like something fun, better than cats. Anyway.
I'm going to sneeze.
There was one time that a group of boys came up to me and they were pushing one of them like in the front, and they were like, "Did you know he has a crush on you? Did you know he said he had a crush on you?"
I have experienced that.
Yeah.
And it's like so bad because it's like,
and I just had to look at him and I'd be like, well, it looks like he's uncomfortable. Obviously I didn't say that because I was like
a child
9.
and you didn't know what that would mean.
I was like, oh, okay, bye. But I'm like, that's not even funny. Okay, me and Tanesha have this conversation ongoing about what is like the correct way to bully somebody. And I feel like that's incorrect because, I don't know, I feel like
someone else is getting hurt.
Yes. And
like
so
you're trying to bully this one person, but you're bullying, but technically like another person is getting hurt.
Yeah, because technically, yes, it's a little embarrassing for him to be like, no, I don't have a crush on this girl. Like, why are you pushing me towards her? Why are you telling her that? But I think it was more embarrassing for me because I was like, why is it so funny to have a crush on me?
Yeah. Like, okay, I think you should never bully someone like that. And then you never bully someone about something medical. Like,
yes.
I watched this show and this girl was bullied because she had epilepsy. Y'all.
she could die.
Like, stop. Like, she fell and she was having a seizure. And then I was like, guys, like, that's not funny. Like,
That's
stop.
that's so serious.
Like, I think medical stuff should never be a reason to bully. Her hair was unbrushed. And I think that's a reason to bully her. Like, it was, I think she never brushed it. And that's a reason to bully her, you know? I think, maybe it's not. But, okay, guys, I was never a bully. I want to say this, I got bullied about my acne, about just, like, how big I was, about, like, my hair. I got bullied a lot for a bunch of things. For just being weird.
Yeah.
But, so I never bullied anyone, so don't bully people at all.
Don't
but
bully
if you're
people,
going to bully
PSA.
people, don't do it for something like
Do it
asthma.
for a good reason.
Like, I don't think you should, don't bully them for being, like, low income. Don't bully them for just something
Don't
medical.
bully people for being autistic or gay or
Yes,
like stuff that they can't change about themselves. Now, bully someone for wearing something like weird to school.
Yeah, like, if you live in Florida, but you're showing up to school every day and, like,
In a
snow
trench coat.
boots,
If you're showing up to school every day in a full
button all the way to
suit.
the fucking top.
No. This is terrible. But I think you should bully people for things that they like, choices that they made. If you're like, oh my god, like your hair's too curly, like they can't help that. But if you're like, oh my god, your hair's like tangled. Actually, you smell like fix that.
Well, okay, the smelling like could be something underlying. Like,
No, I think if we're gonna get serious, like I think it's always something underlying. Like even like if a child has like tangled hair, that's really not on them. That's on their parents.
So don't bully.
Don't bully ever,
Don't bully
ever.
at all. But
there is a right and wrong way to do it.
okay, can I? Okay, no. I hope this doesn't. No, this doesn't sound bad. I think there are like a point in time where everyone should experience bullying.
I feel like it humbles you. I
Yes.
feel like
It keeps you grounded.
yes, you're like. I feel like it's a good formative experience as a child to be like, there are people out here in this world that just aren't gonna like me.
Because I knew someone who was told she was perfect,
Oh my god.
and
It's people who
I
never
think
got bullied.
that just I don't think. Okay, I also think that parents shouldn't tell their kids they're perfect.
Yes.
I don't think telling someone they're absolutely completely perfect is good for them.
I think you need to tell your kids that you will love them no matter what.
Yes.
But I think
And they're special to you.
yes, but I think it's also important for children or just anybody growing up really
My
to
mother
know
actually
that.
never told me I was perfect to her or special to her. She told me she loved me, and that was enough.
I think my parents definitely told me that they would love me no matter what. And then I would like go and do some weird shit, and they'd be like, "Yeah, that was weird. We still love you, but why did you do
my
that?"
mom was the first one to clock my shit. That's weird, Tanesha. Okay, weirdo. Like,
No, that'd be my
she-
dad for sure. He'd be like, "Why'd you do that? Why'd you say that?" I'm like, "Shut up."
No.
Actually,
number one people keeping me humbled, my family.
siblings.
Yes.
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 Annabella will be the first one to be like, "You're cringe." Annabella will call me a millennial, like as an insult, which Annabella is 1 year away from being Gen Alpha. And I am right smack dab in the middle of Gen Z.
Are they going to go down to Beta Omega? Are we going to have a
I don't know. No,
Gen
no.
Omega?
I think next is Beta. No.
Will we have an Omega at some point?
Well, I don't know. That's not for me to decide. That's not. I don't know. I don't name the generations.
Do you remember when the
Yes.
millennials were going crazy over the Eminem thing?
No. What Eminem
Eminem
thing?
dropped a song or an album.
Oh,
and
like
in it,
Marshall?
okay, but he dropped like an album, and on it, one of the songs is like he just starts going at disabled people, I believe, and then he just goes, "You gonna cancel me? You gonna Gen Z me, huh?" And
I do
the
remember this.
millennials took that and was like, da da da, and they were posting crazy shit. They were like, "I'll kill you." They were like, I'll fucking beat you up." They're like, "You can't cancel him." Like they were literally like, and you know what? I mean, love something so much you'll protect it, but at the same time, you're threatening your kids. Like, at the same time, it would be with the intense filter on, with the hair to the side, and it would just be with the most weirdest
Skinny
audio.
jeans,
Yes,
Starbucks.
and I'd be like, guys,
Sorry.
guys, like, I get it, like, but calm down.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, how many of you do you think Mr. Eminem knows? At the end of the
How
day,
old is Eminem?
like, okay, at the end of the day, also,
Isn't he a millennial?
it's fun. No, he's like old.
How
He's
old
like
is
50.
he? Well, I guess if my mom knows him, then he's not a millennial. But he can't be 50.
Yeah, he is. He's like 50, 55.
Is Eminem 50? That's crazy.
Eminem's got to be like 55.
I think generations are kind of bullshit.
Eminem, not the candy.
I feel
Oh,
like
that's not even what came up.
it's kind of like, people just like putting other people in boxes, which I make sense. Like,
He's 52.
oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
He's 52 years old and he's acting like that at his big age. That's crazy. But
He's 5'8". He is 5'8".
are we saying that like, oh my god, he's short, or oh my god, that's taller than you thought he was?
I will say he raps like he's 6 feet.
He raps like he is 5'4". I thought he was little. I thought this was a short man.
No, I don't know. He raps like he's 6 feet. But okay, but like I said, I get being into something, some artist like that a lot. Like I get it, but I think at some point you have gotta realize that you're just a little too into them.
Yes.
And if someone went online and so it's like shit talking BTS, which people do, being like BTS is trash and stinky, and that one rapper guy smells like I would be like, okay, you're wrong. But I wouldn't be making videos being like, I'm going to literally come find you, park my car outside your crib, go in there with a crowbar, and bash your head in. Like, I'm not going to do that.
No. That's how I feel about Taylor Swift. Because a lot of people are like ride or die for her. And I'm like, I love her music.
And I'll ride, but I ain't dying.
No. She wouldn't die for me. Taylor Swift's not going to come to your house and beat you up if you say some shit about me. So I'm not going to do the same for her. So like, and I don't like people that like seriously will dox over that. I don't understand. I don't get it.
Guys, do not dox people.
Don't dox people. Don't start fights on Twitter. My family, I'm not going to name names in my family because they might listen to this and they'll be like, why are you telling people that? But I know people in my family, and it's more than one, that will go on Twitter and start fights. And I'm like, y'all have jobs.
I have never gotten into a social media fight.
Me neither. I don't comment on social media. I only like, I only share. I retweet. That's all I do.
I don't feel like commenting.
I was like, the most times when I comment, it's people I know, and I'll be like, "Yes, queen." Like that's it.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah,
I don't need to be like, actually, you're wrong,
Boots
and
down.
I want you to
Perky
die.
up.
It's like if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Which I feel like is so.
I do comment on
basic.
Leonard's stuff, calling him gay.
Well,
Leonard is my brother, my younger brother. I love so much dearly. He is gay.
Actually, yeah.
So I do comment on that, and I do be like, you're gay.
I feel like that's fine. So, and that's someone you know. So I feel like it'd be weird if you like went on like, I don't know, who's a gay person?
Oh, that guy from How I Met Your Mother. Neil Patrick Harris.
I was like, there's a gay person on there. I forget he's gay. I have mixed feelings on him, but we don't have to talk about that. I like him in the
guy
Smurf
from Big
movie.
Bang.
Oh yeah, if you were just under his comments, you were like, you're gay, you're gay, you're gay. I feel like, what is that contributing to the world? Go outside.
I was on the phone with my mom the other day, and Leonard joined the phone call, and then she slurred him. She did the F slur.
She can also. She's also gay.
Yeah, my mother is.
Not to out your mother on the podcast, but
You've outed my mother. Now they know. No, my mother. I have two moms. They're married legally.
gay.
Legally. Shout out Thailand for legalizing gay marriage.
Hell yeah.
But yes, my parents were married legally. They got married when Obama did it. Shout out Obama.
Shout out Obama. Miss you. Come back.
Miss you, Pookie. Hope to see you soon. But also enjoy that vacay.
I know. Him and Michelle.
Tom Holland and Zendaya.
Oh my God, Tanesha. If they... Oh, that's another thing too. Don't kill yourself. They got to get married. You got to see her wedding dress. I'm so serious.
That girl posted full pics of her wedding dress. And
What girl?
That girl that I used to work with. Full pic of it. It's cute, but I don't know. I guess also I feel like wedding dresses are just plain, which I makes sense because they're just white. But having worked with her and seeing her style and seeing how cute she does dress, I don't know. Watching her put this plain ass dress on,
yes.
I was like, what is that?
It was not a good reflection of like her or her personality.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I definitely think it's cute. And also I think she had a small wedding, so it's like, you know,
so it doesn't need to be a big whole thing.
But I also I just don't like wedding dresses.
Now
spice that bitch up.
People have like Pinterest boards since from when they were like in middle school of like their wedding dresses, and I just look at wedding dresses and I'm like, what is this? I'm going to be a debutante this year. Woo, I'm not too excited about it, but shout out
Need
to
sound
Nona
effects.
for making me do that and then also buying my dress and all that
Shout
good
out
stuff.
Nona.
So, but I don't actually know if she bought my dress this time. I think she might have, but shout out Nona anyway. But I had to go to David's Bridal to get a dress. And they were asking me, they were like, when's your wedding? And I was like, as I'm in the dress, and they were like, okay, so when's your wedding? Because we're going to try and get this fitted by then.
When's your wedding?
And I was like, it's a debutante. And then the seamstress lady looks at me and then she goes, oh, yeah, this dress works really well for that. And I was like, would the dress not have been good for a wedding? Which it's plain, but I was looking through all these dresses and I was like, these are all plain. Or they're like super lacy or like sparkly. I was like, these look cheap and weird. And so wedding dresses are just, I feel like if I ever get married, big if, but if I ever get married, it can't be a white dress.
Yeah.
And if it is, it can't be like traditional wedding dress.
Yeah. I don't ever think about my wedding. I don't ever think that far. I do think about my future, but I never think about it in aspects of like wedding and children.
Yeah.
So I'm always like career, friends, mostly like things like that, like travel. I don't ever think kids, wedding, blah, blah, blah. So
yeah, you're thinking job. You're thinking, how am I going to get to this country?
house. Yeah. Like
house,
but
travel.
I was recently thinking about like a wedding dress, and I was thinking about the fact that I don't want to wear a white wedding dress. And then I was like, bro, what's my whole brand? Blue.
Yes. Oh,
And like
Tanesha.
a nice like bluish wedding dress.
For our listeners, Tanesha has some blue streaks in her braids right now, and it looks gorgeous.
Yes, but if you know me, you know I love blue, and so I was like, blue, literally perfect color for a wedding dress. I like to think.
I think that'd be
Who
perfect.
started the white anyway? Was it because like you have to be a virgin to get married?
Yeah, that's basically what it represents, is like a woman's virginity. So
Virginity
I'm like, why
rocks.
isn't the man also wearing white? Where does he get to wear black?
Because it's tainted.
Because all men are born tainted. Let's be for real. That one tweet that's like men should start off in jail and then prove their way out. Sorry to men. Shout out to men.
Shout out to the men that I
Shout
fuck
out
with.
to a couple of, they know who they are. If you're listening to this podcast,
if you're listening to this podcast and you're like, damn,
those two guys, they know who they are. As soon as I said two guys, no, you know who I'm talking about. What?
I have no clue.
No, the two guys that are together. Not together. Don't look at me like that.
Who?
The duo. Tanesha.
Shout out to those two guys.
Tanesha just got it. They know who they are.
Yes.
They're listening to this
Think
right
about
now.
it. Yes. Of course they're listening. Shout out to those two guys. Shout out to those other two guys who are together.
I don't know them.
No, yeah, you do.
Am I thinking of...
Yeah, they are together.
They are together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in real life.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah, a wedding, meh. Oh, there was a time in my life where I was like, I really want to just get married in like a white t-shirt and jeans and Converse. And then that's going to be like, the theme of the wedding's going to be like, we're all in white t-shirts and jeans and Converse. But all the Converse are going to be different
White
colors.
lies party, but it's your wedding.
No, I'm in the wedding dress, but the wedding dress has like my white lie written on it. For those listening, my white lie is I have never been sued for emotional distress, which I have. Fun fact.
My white lie is that I don't lie.
Which you do all the time.
No. Call me Robert Pattinson the way I be lying to y'all.
I love that man.
Guys, I mean, would you let another actor put their feet on your face for a bag? I guess yeah.
Okay.
Now that I'm saying it out loud, like if I was gonna get paid,
How much?
if I was only in one movie, right?
Ever?
And he was only in this one Harry Potter movie though.
Yes. Oh, okay. We're talking about Robert Pattinson in the fourth Harry Potter movie,
which is the best one. He was in it, and Voldemort puts his little foot on his face, and he gets his bag, and then he's dead for the rest of the series, like, and he's gone.
Voldemort without all the makeup? Isn't he kind of like a hot guy? Not a guy, but like an older gentleman, and he kind of like.
I've never seen him without it.
Isn't he a handsome fella? Or am I making that up?
I've literally never seen the actor.
But yeah, I think we should do top 5 actors you'd let step on your face in a film. Because if you're in one movie ever, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna pay you well. This is the only movie you're ever gonna be in, but so and so has to step on your face." Who would you let step on your face? Who is it?
Ralph Fiennes? Wait, he's played. I think he was in Taken. He's not. He's old.
Can I see?
He's old.
Oh yeah,
He's
no,
old
I
and
know this guy.
bald.
Yeah, I think I would let him step on my face.
I wouldn't know. Yes. Okay. Oh no. He was in Nanny McPhee. I have seen this man before.
He was in what?
Nanny McPhee in
Yes,
the Avengers, and he was in Macbeth. I ain't never seen that movie though.
Tanesha, you would probably let that guy from I can only think of him from Squid Game, but he's not known for Squid Game.
Yes.
Yes.
The guy who like does a little. You have to flip this over
He's
thing.
the businessman that recruits people.
Yes, guys. One of my favorite K-dramas called Goblin. Some people hate it, but if you hate it, you got a problem. He is the main guy in that, and that's where I know him from. Oh, yeah, he can step on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this like they
Softly, though.
a shoe, a sock, or is it just barefoot? Was he Voldemort had bare feet?
Okay. First, yes, Voldemort had bare feet. I think I would need a sock on it.
I can imagine, because if you're barefoot, I don't know about
I'm
everyone
imagining
else.
barefoot on my face, and I don't like
my
it.
feet get sweaty.
There's a movie on Netflix called Love and Leashes, and I only ever made it
What?
halfway. Love and Leashes. It's a Korean movie on Netflix. I
seen
only
this
made it
advertised.
halfway through. I couldn't finish it, but there's a scene where she's like, he wants her to step on him in heels, and I stopped exactly at that scene because watching it happen was a little disturbing to me. Not to kink shame. I'm never shaming anyone's kink, anyone's freak, but.
As long as you are both consensual adults.
Yes, it just to me, I was like, I feel like I'm in pain. I feel like I'm being stepped on with those heels, and I don't like it.
How I felt watching like the two girls kiss in Cruel Intentions. Nothing against girls kissing, but
Wait, you might have to hold the fort down. My urines. I gotta pee.
Go pee.
I gotta pee. All right, BRB,
Go
BRB.
piss. All right, it's just me now. But we had rented out the podcast room for about 2 hours, and it's really early on a Friday, so there's not a lot of people here, but there is just a fully glass wall. And so now I'm scared people are going to walk through the music building and see me in here by myself, which I think is kind of messed up. So me and Tanesha have been discussing what to name this podcast, and Tanesha wants to call it No Sex is the Best Sex, which is something we say to each other a lot. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a mouthful for a podcast name. Tanesha's coming back. Tanesha, we were just discussing. Don't laugh. What we should name the podcast. The best sex is no sex.
Yes.
That's where we were at. And I thought it was kind of a mouthful. And also, what if I want to send this to my mom? To be fair, my mom would probably be like, yes, that is the correct way of thinking.
Send this whole podcast to your mom.
I think she'll find it.
I think she'll find it.
I think she would.
I don't know.
I like the
opposite.
Whoa. I'm going to turn you down, actually.
Addison has the power to control my voice.
I'm actually just going to turn you off.
Addison is silencing a black woman.
Oh, whoa. Hey. Don't be silent now. Don't do that to me. Wait. You want to hear something? I figured out how to do this while you're gone.
Okay, yeah.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I don't know what that does. So hopefully that didn't just f everything up. But
We take it out, we listen to it, and it's just that sound.
it's just that. Oh, Tanesha. But yeah, I like the idea of it being something like better than yada yada. So what if we just, or the best is
Better than no sex.
There's like a mascara that people used to be really into back in the day. I remember in middle school, everyone had like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And so I'm like, but is this better than sex?
It's better than no sex. Because the best sex is no sex.
I think we go to a
What if we
Catholic
named it after a
university. I think they'd
president?
be into that. Joe Biden?
Lincoln? Oh.
Lincoln?
Biden?
He was our president like a week ago.
Only a week ago is crazy.
I know. It feels already like Trump has been president for another 4 years.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that is not the case. He just started again.
I could never run for politics, guys, because I think there are clips, recordings, audios of me saying
Okay.
certain things.
Can I say something?
Yeah, say it.
We say that a lot. Tanisha's big thing is saying that she hates the old and hates children.
But I'm not ageist or youngest.
Yeah. Youngest. But and then we'll always be like, oh, we can never run for president. We can never run for president. Our current president's a felon.
Yeah, but it's different because hashtag America. They would rather have a felon than someone who's like, I'm gonna push your grandmother down. Did you want
There's
to
nothing I can do about that. But I think we're on a roll.
Yeah.
So I think we should just keep
on
going.
rolling down the river?
I think I'm gonna get a smoothie from Smoothie
We need
King
a
again.
singer in here.
Who do we know that sings? Malou is in band. She can come play the.
Let's get her up in here.
the
I
saxophone.
played clarinet in middle school, so
I didn't play any instruments. I was in a production of The Music Man. I had to pretend to play the flute, and my grandmother had a flute because she was a flautist in her youth, and she was like, "You have to blow on it like you're blowing on a bottle." And I was like, "What do you think I do in my free time?"
blow on
you think I
bottles.
blow on bottles? What were y'all doing back in like the 40s? I don't know how
Blowing
old she
on
is. I'm sorry,
bottles.
Nona. I love you.
No,
I love
I
that
have my my comfort angel in my bag right now. So
for Christmas, my grandmother got Tanesha a comfort angel to keep with her because she was like, Tanesha needs this. She's like, I just thought about it, and like I think she needed it the most.
oh my god, we need someone to come on here and give Riz tips. Who do
Tanesha,
we know?
stop.
Who's the rizziest person we know?
The rizziest person we know. Okay. But if we're talking like someone who can sit you down and riz you up right there and like you're not expecting it, like kind of in that like, not calculated, but like you're like, oh, this person's kind of chill. And then by the time you're like done talking to them, you're like, oh my God, I'm in love with them. I don't know.
I thought you had someone.
I started thinking, I was like, you know what? I don't think I've ever talked to any of our friends.
Who's in a relationship right now?
Brooke's in a relationship.
But I feel like Brooke was like she ghosted him and he just kept latching on for some reason. No offense to you, my man Bob. No offense. I'm just saying you did get ghosted and you did come back.
But I feel like a lot of our
big
friends,
one?
God bless them, are just not, or either in long-term relationships or don't talk to people.
We need someone to teach us Riz. Excuse my charisma.
So yeah, if anyone hears this and they want to come on the podcast and talk about Riz with us,
Yes, please hit us up.
my DMs are open.
My phone number is.
Our addresses.
My email is. You can find my LinkedIn.
I was like, if you know us well enough to be listening to this podcast, then you know how to reach us. So just reach out. So if you liked this 1.5 hour long ramble,
it might not be 1.5 hours.
I'm gonna edit it down, and I'm probably gonna edit out people's names.
The blink, 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 blink.
That's gonna be the entire podcast. I'm gonna do like the YouTube thing where they do like a dog bark, so it's gonna be like, oh, woof. I can't do a dog. But yeah, if you enjoyed this podcast, leave a like, leave a comment, share it.
So curious, yes. I get so nigga.
We will be back. Maybe
next Friday.
I'll say I enjoyed this. It doesn't have a name yet. I like Better Than Nothing.
Better Than Nothing
is another podcast called Better Than Nothing, but I've never heard of it, so technically it doesn't exist. And also, if it's Better Than Nothing with Tanesha and Addison, that already makes it unique because it's us.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you enjoyed, like, comment, share with somebody else. Tell your mom about us.
Tell your smoking
Tell your mom
hot,
about us.
Tell
if
your
you have
smoking
one.
hot friend about us, and that we
Tell
need,
your hottest friend about us.
we need hands-on
Tell
lessons.
them we're both single and we need Riz lessons.
Hands-on Riz lessons, if that helps. And that Addison will let people step on their face.
You started that. You said that.
I was talking about Robert Pattinson, not Robert P.
So, yeah, have a wonderful day wherever you are. And
we need to sign off.
We do. What should we say? What do you say? Were you about to moan into the mic?
No. I'm a silent lover.
Stop. You say stay warm.
Yes.
Stay warm and dry?
Stay warm and dry because it's raining.
Yeah. Oh, God, the weather today is gross. Who made this? And we'll see you guys next week. Okay, bye. Love you.
Oh, do I need to press the button?
No, I was gonna press it.
Oh,
I was gonna make sure we didn't have anything else funny to say, but I don't think we do. I think we're done. You're done.